Introduction. Our thoughts can become jumbled and unclear, mixing emotions, memories, and hopes, making it challenging to think clearly and make decisions. However, since thinking is a skill, we can take steps to improve it. This book offers a complete system for making better decisions by untangling the complex web of thoughts that can hinder our thinking. The 6 hats method compartmentalizes different types of thoughts to allow each the time it deserves without disrupting the thinking process. After reading the book, readers will learn when it's best to express emotions, the importance of avoiding harmful influences, and how a company solved a problem costing $100,000 per day in only 12 minutes. Chapter 1. The 6 hats method is a tool that helps us to improve our thinking and generate new ideas. The main obstacle to clear thinking is confusion, as we are bombarded with various thoughts such as emotional, informational, logical, creative, and future-oriented. Trying to process all of them at once is like juggling too many balls. The 6 hats method provides a solution to this problem by assigning a color to each hat, which represents a certain type of thinking. For instance, the red hat represents emotional thoughts. By using the color rather than the function, the team can think emotionally without feeling embarrassed. The 6 hats method also ensures that everyone in the group is thinking the same way. It is like viewing a house from different perspectives, where each person has a different view. However, if you want to view a topic from the same perspective, everyone needs to be wearing the same hat. This method allows the team to engage in parallel thinking, where everyone views the problem from the same perspective. The 6 hats method is a powerful tool that helps us to improve our thinking and generate new ideas. By assigning a color to each hat, it compartmentalizes different types of thinking, allowing each to be processed separately. This helps to avoid confusion and ensures that everyone is thinking the same way. The 6 hats method is a valuable tool for problem solving, decision making, and generating creative ideas.
Chapter 2. The 6 hats method is a popular technique for improving group discussions and decision-making processes. The method involves wearing different metaphorical hats to represent different modes of thinking. There are 6 hats in total, each representing a specific type of thinking: white for objective and factual thinking, red for emotional and intuitive thinking, black for critical and cautious thinking, yellow for positive and optimistic thinking, green for creative and alternative thinking, and blue for reflective and process-oriented thinking. The 6 hats method can be used in 2 ways, singly or sequentially. When used singly, each hat is used to direct the discussion towards a particular type of thinking. For example, if the group needs to generate new ideas, someone might suggest, "Let's put on our green hats." The group can then focus on creative and alternative thinking to generate new ideas. Once everyone is trained in the use of the hats, they will know how to respond to such requests. In sequential use, any hat can be used in any order based on the group's objectives. However, discipline and timing are crucial. Members of the group must have the discipline to use and maintain only the hat that is required at that present moment. Only the group leader, chairperson, or facilitator has the power to change it. The discipline required can be developed with practice. It's important to keep at it. Moreover, whenever a group puts on a hat, it's important to keep the discussion focused to reduce idle talk and foster concentration. To achieve this, it is recommended that the group spans 1 minute per person under each hat. For instance, if there are 4 people in the meeting, you'd spend 4 minutes wearing each hat. This method ensures that everyone gets an equal amount of time to contribute and that the discussion remains focused. The 6 hats method requires following specific rules, depending on whether you use the hat singly or sequentially. In both cases, discipline and timing are crucial to maintain focus and achieve the desired outcome. With practice, group members can develop the necessary discipline to use only the required hat at any given time. The sequential use of hats can be particularly effective when the group needs to achieve multiple objectives or tackle a complex problem. The following chapters will delve into each hat individually, further exploring its purpose and how to use it effectively.
Chapter 3. The white hat is one of the 6 hats in the 6 thinking hats method, which is a technique for improving group discussions and decision-making processes. Thinking with the white hat involves adopting a neutral and objective perspective, like that of a computer. The aim is to look for data and information, without interpreting or analyzing it. When wearing the white hat, opinions are set aside, and the focus is on facts and figures. The white hat is particularly useful at the beginning of a thinking session to lay down the foundation of the discussion by providing background information. It can also be used at the end of a thinking session as a debriefing tool or to confirm that proposals agree with existing information. For instance, the head of marketing of a company could use the white hat to lay out the hard numbers of the current marketing strategy, like its scope and budget. When using the white hat, it is essential to stay neutral and objective. The white color of the hat represents neutrality, and there's no room for maybes, only facts. Therefore, it's important to avoid stating personal beliefs or opinions. Instead, the focus should be on hard facts like statistical data. The white hat is also useful in finding alternatives when proposals contradict existing information. For example, if a proposed marketing strategy exceeds the budget, the head of marketing could use the white hat to request additional information, like how many employee hours are available. With white hat thinking, the focus is on contemplating the available information and identifying any missing data, followed by determining the best way to acquire that information. The white hat is a valuable tool for collecting and analyzing data and information in a neutral and objective manner. By setting aside personal opinions and focusing on hard facts, the white hat can be used to lay down the foundation of a discussion, confirm proposals, and identify alternatives. The white hat is particularly useful at the beginning and end of a thinking session, and it's critical to stay neutral and objective when using it. The white hat reminds us to think like a computer, computing calculations and regurgitating facts in a neutral and objective manner, without interpretation or analysis. By incorporating the white hat into the 6 thinking hats method, groups can improve their discussions and decision-making processes, leading to better outcomes. Chapter 4. In the 6 thinking hats method, the red hat represents emotions, feelings, and intuition. Unlike the white hat, which emphasizes neutrality and objectivity, the red hat encourages individuals to express their emotions and feelings on a particular subject without the need to explain or justify them. The red hat allows for full participation, and every person in the group should voice their feelings on the subject. When wearing the red hat, individuals should be honest with their emotions and feelings, whether it's enthusiasm, ambivalence, or dissatisfaction. The red hat can also be used to express intuition, which is based on accumulated experiences. However, it's important to note that intuition isn't always correct and should be treated with caution. It's crucial that the leader never asks anyone to explain or justify their feelings, as this can lead to individuals only conveying those feelings that can be validated. Instead, individuals should express their feelings as they arise in the moment. The group must also give everyone the sense that their feelings are important by listening carefully, ensuring that voicing an unpopular emotion or being alone in expressing a particular emotion will not be met with condescension or punishment. It's essential to note that the appropriate expression of emotions varies across cultures. In some cultures, expressing dissatisfaction may be done in a very direct way, while in others, it may be conveyed in a more contained manner. Therefore, it's crucial to be aware of cultural differences when using the red hat. The red hat allows individuals to express their emotions, feelings, and intuition without the need to explain or justify them. It encourages full participation, and every person in the group should voice their feelings on the subject. When wearing the red hat, individuals should be honest with their emotions, whether it's enthusiasm, ambivalence, or dissatisfaction. It's essential to note that intuition should be treated with caution, as it isn't always correct. The red hat reminds us that emotions and feelings are crucial in decision-making and should not be ignored. Chapter 5. In the 6 thinking hats method, the black hat represents caution, critical thinking, and identifying potential problems and dangers. When wearing the black hat, individuals are like judges presiding over a murder trial, weighing all evidence with scrutiny and prudence. The black hat encourages cautiousness and stops us from doing things that could ultimately work against our interest, such as illegal, dangerous, or unprofitable activities. The black hat is all about critical judgment based on past experiences, using an inherent mechanism called the mismatch mechanism. This mechanism helps individuals identify elements of policies, strategies, and ethics that contradict one another, thus avoiding mistakes that could be costly for the company. However, it's crucial not to let the black hat make you overly cautious. While it's necessary for decision-making, spending too much time under the black hat can lead to obsessing over finding faults. Overuse of the black hat can be compared to overeating, where too much food can lead to health problems and even death. One of the great values of the 6 hats method is that it balances things out by making time for each hat. It's essential to remember to spend time under each hat, rather than spending all your time under the black hat. The black hat is a valuable tool for caution, critical thinking, and identifying potential problems and dangers. It encourages cautiousness and helps individuals avoid mistakes that could be costly for the company. However, it's crucial not to overdo it and become overly cautious. The black hat reminds us to balance our decision-making process by making time for each hat. Chapter 6. The yellow hat in the 6 thinking hats method represents optimism and a focus on potential benefits. It encourages individuals to find the positive in ideas and situations and develop value sensitivity, which is the awareness that there's value in even the most unattractive ideas. However, it can be harder to master than the black hat because our minds are naturally inclined to warn us against danger rather than seek out positivity. When wearing the yellow hat, individuals should consider how a new idea or plan could potentially change the brand's image and reach new customers. The yellow hat reminds us that an idea's positive impacts aren't always immediately apparent, and trying to achieve something where the benefits are unclear is a waste of time. However, it's crucial that the positivity of the yellow hat is logically based. While the yellow hat strives to find value, individuals should not deceive themselves and should frame their dreams and visions with realistic expectations. When thinking with the yellow hat, individuals should focus on what good things a new idea could realistically achieve for the company, rather than fantasizing about unrealistic outcomes. Yellow hat thinking poses questions like, what are the potential values of this idea? Whom do they benefit? Under what circumstances? How are the values delivered? What other values are there? If an idea is promising and logical, the yellow hat can help motivate and encourage the team to take the steps necessary to make it happen. In summary, the yellow hat encourages individuals to find the positive in ideas and situations and develop value sensitivity to identify the value of even the most unattractive ideas. It reminds us to consider the potential benefits of new ideas and plans, but to do so with realistic expectations. The positivity of the yellow hat should be logically based, and individuals should focus on what good things a new idea could realistically achieve for the company. Chapter 7. The green hat in the 6 thinking hats method encourages individuals to think creatively and consider new ideas, concepts, alternatives, and alternatives to alternatives. Wearing the green hat means being open to any possible improvements to the situation and considering crazy alternatives that may seem impossible. It's crucial to consider possible outcomes because without a creative vision for the future, progress can come to a standstill. The green hat can help overcome the difficulties encountered during black hat thinking. For instance, if the black hat helped pinpoint a significant danger in a new marketing strategy, the green hat may help figure out a creative way to avoid these dangers or brainstorm completely new ideas. It's essential to note that creativity is no longer just the business of one creative person in the group, as everyone is encouraged to try on the green hat and make a creative effort. Managing group expectations is crucial to promote creative thinking. When individuals expect their group to be creative under the green hat, even those who've never considered themselves the creative type will start making a creative effort, and as their confidence increases, so will the number of creative ideas. The green hat reminds us to consider both obvious and fresh, zany ideas when thinking creatively. Chinese technological progress 2,000 years ago was more advanced than Western technology. However, progress seemed to have run into a wall over the centuries, with the most common explanation being that the Chinese were too satisfied with their situation and didn't fantasize about future possibilities, making it impossible for them to find the incentive to progress. The green hat encourages individuals to think creatively and consider new possibilities, even if they seem impossible or zany, to avoid stagnation and promote progress. The green hat in the 6 thinking hats method encourages individuals to think creatively, consider new ideas and alternatives, and overcome difficulties encountered during critical thinking. It's crucial to manage group expectations and encourage everyone to make a creative effort, as creativity is no longer just the business of one creative person in the group. The green hat reminds us to consider both obvious and fresh, zany ideas to promote progress and avoid stagnation. Chapter 8. The blue hat in the 6 thinking hats method is the thinking about thinking hat that provides an overview of the other hats. It's like a hawk flying high in the blue sky to gain a better perspective of the fields below it. Wearing the blue hat helps define the purpose and aim of a thinking session, such as defining a problem that needs addressing or the parameters of a brainstorming session. Under the blue hat, individuals consider which other hats will be needed during a thinking session to tackle a given problem. The blue hat is typically worn by the facilitator, chairperson, or leader of the session, who is responsible for maintaining discipline, announcing when it's time to change hats, and ensuring that everyone is wearing the right hat. During a specific blue hat session, in which everyone dons the blue hat, anyone can make procedural suggestions. At the end of the session, the blue hat asks for the outcome, such as a summary, conclusion, decision, or solution, and lays out any next steps that need to be taken after the session, such as actionable steps in a project or topics for the next meeting. The blue hat is crucial for process control at any time during a thinking session. It helps determine which hats are needed and ensures that the session stays on track. The blue hat is a permanent role for the group leader, who will not remove the hat during the session. The blue hat in the 6 thinking hats method is the hat for thinking about thinking, that provides an overview of the other hats and helps define the purpose and aim of a thinking session. It is typically worn by the facilitator, chairperson, or leader of the session and is responsible for maintaining discipline, announcing when it's time to change hats, and ensuring that everyone is wearing the right hat. During a blue hat session, anyone can make procedural suggestions, and at the end of the session, the blue hat asks for the outcome and lays out any next steps that need to be taken. Chapter 9. The 6 hats method is a successful problem-solving strategy that can save time, money, and reduce irritation. There are 3 main reasons why the 6 hats method is so successful. Firstly, it saves time. For example, a couple who had been arguing for a long time about whether or not to buy a large house in the country used the method and came up with a decision that satisfied them both in only 10 minutes. Similarly, a multinational corporation, AB, used to spend 20 days on their project team discussions before reaching a conclusion. Using the 6 hats method, these discussions now take as little as 2 days. Secondly, it saves money. For instance, Norwegian multinational oil and gas company Statoil had a problem with an oil rig costing it about $100,000 per day. Using the 6 hats method, a certified trainer solved their problem in just 12 minutes, saving the company a significant amount of money. Finally, the 6 hats method reduces irritation and provides an end in sight. Using the roadmap analogy, the method makes it much easier to choose the best route, making the best possible choice become obvious to all. The 6 hats method has proven to be an effective strategy for problem solving, decision making, and creativity. It compartmentalizes different elements of a conversation, making it easier for individuals to approach problems from different angles and perspectives. This approach can lead to better outcomes, improved communication, and a more effective decision-making process. The 6 hats method is a successful problem-solving strategy that can save time, money, and reduce irritation. It has been proven to be effective in a variety of scenarios, from personal decisions to multinational corporations. The method compartmentalizes different elements of a conversation, making it easier to approach problems from different angles and perspectives. By incorporating the 6 hats method, individuals and organizations can approach problem solving and decision making in a structured way that encourages creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. The 6 hats method can lead to better outcomes, improved communication, and a more effective decision-making process, making it a valuable tool for anyone looking to make more efficient and effective decisions. Conclusion. The 6 hats method is a structured approach to thinking that can help individuals improve their thinking skills, problem-solving abilities, and creativity. By compartmentalizing different modes of thinking into 6 specific hats, individuals can approach problems from different angles, leading to more effective and efficient decision-making. This method can prevent disorganized and chaotic thinking, making it a valuable tool for anyone looking to improve their thinking skills.